Hi, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are looking at this broadcast from. Hello and welcome. I am very excited to have you here with me today. And I know that my beautiful guest, Teshanna, is also very much excited to come and share her here and her journey with you guys. So, without further ado, we will run the countdown. We will learn a little bit about Teshanna, and then she will join us on our screens. And we're going to have a good conversation with her. So, this episode of My Hair, My Journey will start in 30 seconds. All right, welcome back. I hope that you guys are now settled in. If you have to go get something to drink, if you have to get something to eat, get it now. Because once this conversation starts, I don't want you to miss any second of what Teshanna will share with us today. So I'm going to read her bio for you guys very quickly, and then I'm going to bring her onto your screens, and we're going to have a beautiful conversation today. So Teshanna Monique Bynoe is 24 years old. And she loves to eat. Something we have in common. Even though when you see her, you realize that even though she likes to eat, it doesn't show. Her favorite color is blue, and her ministry is dancing. She loves to knit, and she is big on family and maintaining healthy friendships. Without further ado, please put your virtual hands together and welcome Miss Teshanna Monique, period, Bynoe, to your platforms. Welcome.
Hello.
It's so great to see you and to have you on.
It's
So
great to
before we
be
get into
here.
this conversation, let's know, how are you? How have you been doing? How has the world, everything with COVID and stuff like that been treating you? Give us a tea.
Girl, COVID. I need COVID to go. I need COVID to go like right
Everybody's
now.
coming to go at this point. Yep.
This being a home thing. I mean, I'm at work now, but
Okay.
all these restrictions and everything. I need COVID to like hurry up and go so I could go on a vacation. I could relax, unwind, everything.
I know it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I know Sammy just dropped his new song yesterday. His line inside is not for me, and
Oh yes.
I
Mhm.
felt on a spiritual level because I'm ready for Miss Rona to pack her bags and leave. Like she's overstayed her welcome.
Yes. Oh my gosh. She needs to
Yeah,
like,
she needs to
girl,
go.
go,
She needs
go.
to. Yeah, exactly. So, of course, we're here today to talk about your natural hair, and this is your story, and
Mhm.
we're all excited to hear about your journey. So, I want to start you off with a question I ask everyone that comes in this platform: how long have you been natural?
Well, we all know from young you had natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got into high school, and then my mother was like, you know what? I'm not able to comb your hair because all the while my sister was combing it, one of my big sisters, and then she had to work.
Uh-huh.
So mother was
Okay.
like, I am not going to be combing your hair anymore because I have different a different type of natural than she has. My hair is thicker, it's more
Mm-hmm.
coarse, it's a lot to deal with. So she said, you know what? It's time to relax. So all through
Mm.
high school, I had relaxed hair, and then it was long, and then all of a sudden it just started breaking and whatnot, and I'm like, I don't like how my hair is looking. So I started to transition, and I think it was in 2017, 2018, I started back my natural hair journey, I should say.
Okay, so how did that transition period work for you? Did you do a big chop? Did you braids and have it grow out? How did that transition period work for you?
Girl, I had my natural hair there. Now you
Uh-huh.
just see like the natural curly coils, and then you had like these
Uh-huh.
little
Braids.
stringy pieces there.
Mhm,
And then after a while, one
mhm.
of my coworkers, she was like, "What is going on with your hair? You need to cut that
Oh
off
my
right
god.
now."
It's always
So
your coworkers.
definitely, she said it. I was like, you know what? Let me just go and cut this thing
Mhm.
off. And then from there, I had like a little, that teeny weeny afro, that
Oh
awkward
yes,
stage. I
yes,
was rocking my
yes.
afro.
I love it. I love, and I'm happy that you rock that afro because we hear, or I've heard stories of people who shared, saying that when they would have cut their hair off, like some of the things that people would have called them because they were
Mhm.
wearing their hair lower
Mhm.
than society would.
Yeah.
Some men in society, this very patriarchal world we live in, would want us, to keep our hair. So, did you experience anything like that with like any man following or something?
Not at all. Not at all. I didn't have any discrimination with my little afro. And persons would normally say, especially the same coworker who encouraged me to cut it off, she was like, I don't know why you don't cut your hair again. Your hair looks so good short. And I'm like,
Ah.
I don't want to cut my hair again. No, 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 no.
I'm very happy though that during because like even though you cut your hair and it can be such a
Mm-hmm.
liberating experience, people can kill that in no time. So I'm
Oh,
happy that
yes.
you
Oh,
were
gosh.
surrounded by positivity. And I'm sure that helped with even, just want your hair to grow more and see where you could
Mm-hmm.
explore
Mm-hmm.
with your hair. So what was one piece of advice that you wish you received before you did that transition back to fully natural?
To be patient. Your
Mm.
journey and someone else's journey is totally different. Because we go, as soon as we hear the natural hair movement, we jump on YouTube. Oh, I'm going to watch this natural hair person. I'm going to watch this natural hair person. And it's like, oh, we have the same type of hair. Why isn't my hair like this or whatever? But everybody's journey is different. So you just need to be patient with your hair. Love your hair.
I think that's so important because it's easy for some people, and not even some people, it's easy for us because it happens to me as
Mm-hmm.
well, where you look at somebody else and you're like, yo, like, why is that not me? And you start to compare and, all these thoughts in your head. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think being patient with your hair is very important because, like you said, your journey and my journey, which are two different journeys, we're still going
Yeah.
through our journey. So
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
knowing to be patient with our hair, I just love that this is my hair. I have to be patient with it, and I just love what grows out of your hair. And I think that's
Yeah.
such a cool
Mm-hmm.
thing to know before you transition. So thank you for that. We have a question coming in for you. How do you manage to come up with different hairstyles?
To be honest, this is my go-to hairstyle. I am
Okay.
somewhat of a lazy natural. So if
Felt.
I'm not feeling to comb my hair, I just put it up in a
Mhm.
puff. But if I want like something different, I would like go on YouTube. There's this girl that I watch, Chef B. She always has these amazing hairstyles. Oh my gosh, I just love her. And I would take inspiration from her and I would say, okay, this is the style for probably a Friday if I'm feeling different, and that would be it.
Mm. That's very nice. That's very good. So we talked. You said no that you haven't received, any discrimination when you wore
Mm-hmm.
your hair short. But just throughout your journey in general, were you like the victim of any sort of discrimination? Were you told any negative thing because you wore your hair out?
None of my hair is grown out. It's a lot fuller. So like with the afro, some people don't understand that just sometimes just wearing an afro, that is a style. Your afro is you. My afro is what makes me me sometimes. And then I
Mhm.
had this one person like, I don't like your hair like that. Why don't you just plait it in or put it in a buff? And I'm like, well, I don't really
Yeah.
care what you like. This is my
Period.
hair. So if I want it in an afro, I'm gonna put it in an afro. And I
Yeah.
went straight to work like that.
That's the type of energy I keep. If you don't like it, sorry, I like it. So
Period. Period.
that exactly. We have another question coming in for you. Since you're not going to cut your hair again, how long are you going to let your hair grow?
Probably mid back. I was
Mm.
going for like my hip, but then I was like,
Okay.
it's so thick that I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it if it goes that long. So once
Mm.
it reaches like mid back, I'll be good.
Okay. So that's the goal. And I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines for the mid back hairline. Okay. Yes. So let's talk about some of the products that you would have used throughout your journey, some of the products that you're
Mhm.
using now on your hair. So let's dish on the products. What kind of products are you using?
So I am a Cantu girl. I know a lot of
Oh,
people Cantu does
no,
not work for them, but
uh-huh.
Cantu leave-in conditioner is one of my go-tos. And I'm from Guyana. So we know about
Mm,
hair grease. We know about
yes.
OG coconut oil, all these things. So I use that. I use
Mm,
Jamaican black castor. Oh my gosh. I love Jamaican
mm.
black castor.
I'm a
I
Jamaican
think
black ass
about see, I think a bottle of that just lasts a week for me and then I have to go and get another one.
Oh,
Because
wow.
my hair loves it. And then not only do I use it, my mom, she's also natural now too. And one of
Oh,
my big sisters.
nice.
So it's like
Uh-huh.
everybody, we're just using the same thing. So it just finishes.
Mm. What is a typical like wash day look for you? How does it
What
look?
day
Yeah,
for
that's the question.
me? Let me see. Some it could vary. Sometimes I would use my rice water. Sometimes I use
Mm,
the apple cider vinegar. I try not to use shampoo too much because shampoo has sulfates and then that really dries out your hair. But one
mm.
staple for me when it comes to wash day is my bentonite clay. My hair, I don't know the definition that that clay gives me. I would just like to leave that in my
Yeah,
hair
all the
all
time,
the
right? Yep.
time.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Okay, so we have another question coming in from you from the comment section. How costly is your hair to upkeep?
Um, Not, keeping on my natural hair itself, not that costly, I would say. I would probably spend the most I'm spending on would be the products, of course. So that could range from like a 5 to 10,000, probably within a 2 month span. But if I have to
Okay.
do protective styling, of course, that would cost
Mm, cost a
more
little bit
money,
more.
especially because you have to buy the hair and then you have to pay to get it done, and then
The-
every style is a different price. So that's probably
yeah.
where the
So
high
true.
cost would come.
So true, definitely. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people doing locks and these butterfly locks and all these
Oh, I
things.
love locks. Oh,
Yeah, me too. But when you see the price, I'm like, who child? Who child? But you know,
we gonna need to,
it
yes.
looks good. So somebody's asking if you can give the name of the bentonite, I guess, or the brand of the bentonite hair clay that you mentioned earlier.
Oh, well, I usually buy, there's a girl here, Alicia. She
Mm,
has this, um, her own business. It's called Cara Organics. So I usually get
mm-hmm.
my bentonite clay from her. But I know there's another brand that's in store. I think it's Aztec Clay. I can't remember the
Okay.
exact brand name. That one is really good as well.
Mm. So, was there ever a time where you were like most proud of your natural hair? Like you just styled it and you're just like, this is me. Like, have you ever had that moment? And are you willing to share it with us?
Mm, yes, it has to be probably last night actually.
Oh,
And my hair was
really?
actually in braids.
Ah,
And I loosed out these braids and my hair just had like the most amazing afro and then some was just falling in. I was like, oh girl, pictures. I
mm,
had a whole photo shoot
yes,
in my
I
room.
love it. I love it. I just love the moment, you know, like when you imagine, like you have an event and then you sit for like
Mm-hmm.
the whole week or week and a half, and you're like, yes, I want my hair to look like this, and then it just
Yep.
falls the way you
Yep.
wanted it to. Oh my god! Because
Like
I
you
know,
hear the heavens open.
I know it's like because you know we sometimes we do have those moments where we wanted one when our hair is like not today, sis, and then you just like,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Couple with shrinkage. Mm-mm.
Oh my god, shrinkage and I are the best of friends. I would go in and my hair would be this long, and literally my hair shrinks so badly on wash day, and it
Yep.
would jump like this. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm. Shrinkage just won't let us be great. It
it
just
just
would
lets
not.
us be great. You know, that's exactly it. Does not let us be great. So we have another question coming in. Do you go to a hairdresser at all, or do you do your own maintenance?
I do my own maintenance. I would only
Mm-hmm.
go to a hairdresser. Sometimes if I want her to like plait my hair, do a protective style, locks or braids or something.
Braids or
Sometimes I
something.
braid
Okay.
my own hair myself.
Oh, nice.
So
Look at you,
it
sis.
varies.
Look at
It
you
really
braiding your own
depends on
hair.
the
That's a
style.
skill. That's a skill that I was not blessed with. But look
Girl,
at you, sis, braiding your own hair. Like
COVID really got
I
you
don't want
exploring, eh?
I guess yeah. I don't want to say I've given up on it, but it's we have a fight. We're not friends. Me and braiding my own hair, we don't get along.
One day, one day.
Yes. So I see a question coming in the comments, and this is actually going to be my next question for you. So I'll just read what the person asked. Do you ever have bad hair days? And if you do, how do you deal with the bad hair days?
I have definitely had bad hair days when I'm like, hair, why? I just feel like my hair doesn't love me that day, and I'm
Right?
like, what have I done to you? And in situations like that, I would throw on a bonnet or a scarf, and I would
Mm.
just roll. That's it.
Let me tell you something. When I used to live in Ghana, I don't know why, but I never used to want to wear head wraps. Like I don't know why, it was just something with me. But
I think they're not accustomed to it.
yeah,
We're
like
not
but now
accustomed to head wrap.
the head wraps because I remember like even like when my hair wasn't done and I would wear head wraps like to go to church or something. A lot of people would be staring at me. I just be like, yo, like why are you staring at me? So I guess I don't know if I was like conscious wearing head wraps,
Yeah.
but then when I moved, like like in New York, like people would see you and not see, like they don't care, like they really know.
Do your own thing. Do your own thing.
So I started wearing my hair wraps more. Like sometimes I'd go weeks, and every day I'm out the house. But this is also before Rona. I would have my head wrapped, and now I am a head wrap stan. I love it. Like sometimes I would go on Amazon and look at different like cloth patterns and designs. Like, oh, this will look cute in my hair with this top. Like I love head wraps. So you know what? Don't knock until you try it.
Are amazing. They are amazing. Once you have that bad hair day, you throw that head wrap on, nobody can tell you nothing.
Yes, and I would recommend get 2 or 3, different colors, so you can always have a black one because black goes with everything. And then get another, so you'd be like, oh, I'll wear this cute top, then this one can work, so nobody knows. So what's you only got one head wrap? I don't know, you got 2 different. Good. So one way of dealing with your bad hair day, and you heard it both from myself and Teshanna, is to just wear your head wrap. Wrap your hair, rock your style, and do what you gotta do. Okay, don't let people make you feel self-conscious about the things that you want to try with your hair. So, have you ever had a scary moment with your hair? Like, and I heard stories about like people, like taking out their braids and more hair was cut than usual, or those, some. Have you ever had a scary moment with your hair?
Well, when it comes to the cutting out of braids, I try not to. I mean, I know that my hair is growing all the time, but I don't want to overestimate and be like, oh, my hair is all the way here. Let me just. No, not at all. But one scary moment I had, I think it was when I had locks in my hair, and after I took it out, I experienced so much shedding. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go bald. My hair was shedding so much. And then is when I started to use that bentonite clay, and I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. The bentonite clay really helped to like fix whatever was causing the shedding, because I could not figure it out.
I could just imagine, like, your hair just falling out. I've had experiences with that. I still have to share my own journey, but I've had experience. And it was super scary because it's like, will it come back?
It was.
Oh geez, like thinking about it now, and I'm like, oh my god. It was such a scary moment. Yeah, no, it's in the past, thank God, But even when we're talking about the braids, like the other day I was looking at this, it was like a reel or a TikTok. I don't know. It's a blur to me which one is which. But there was this girl, like she was saying, oh, like when you take your braids out, and then she was just like, this is the braid. She was cutting like till here, but then the hair was like, and I'm like, girl.
I was like, this, your hair is not that long. Come on.
Exactly. I'm like, because when your braids are off, you're out them for a good while. You take like I got some growth, and then the growth is just like, no, I did not.
You don't have that much growth. Come on.
Exactly. So we have another question coming in for you. Can you wear your wraps to work? That's a good question.
Yes, I can. I usually wear them on Fridays. Fridays are a more casual day. So Fridays, I would, if I'm not feeling any hairstyle, like I said, I'm a semi-lazy natural, I would just
Mm-hmm.
throw on a wrap on a Friday and I would go.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question about, because for those of you that don't know, my sis she has her LLB, period, shut it down, Black woman doing great things. I know she's going to move on and she's going to be a great lawyer someday. So, but I know you're
Yes,
currently,
yes.
you're in the field, even though you don't
Mm-hmm.
have the title as yet, but you're in the
Yeah.
field, you're working. So, you have some experience stuff like that. But how is it like for you being in naturalista in that setting? Is it difficulty? Has it been easy for you? How do you see it going forward in court and stuff like that? Can you
Mm-hmm.
wear your hair the way you have it now, that sort of thing?
To be honest, it hasn't caused any problem. One thing
That's
that came out of the journey, because a lot of my coworkers, they are natural too, and my boss, she also went natural, and she called me
oh,
one day to get products. So I was like, "Oh,
oh,
you
yes,
go,
you got a
sis."
good girl. Yeah.
So in terms
Uh-huh.
of where my hair, I might not be able to like put the limsy in front,
See
but
the
like
front.
puffs
Mhm.
and stuff, I don't think that would be a problem. I don't think, because now in
That is
Guyana,
great.
a lot of people are going natural.
That is so great. I think that's absolutely
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. I have a lot of people to interview for my show. But that is great. I'm happy that there's nothing, because obviously you work so hard to achieve the things that you want to
Yeah.
achieve. You don't want
Mm-hmm.
something as your hair to just have to like deter that or throw away everything that
Yeah,
you would have worked hard
that's
for. So I'm
true.
happy that you are in an environment, where you're surrounded by naturalistas, so you don't feel
Yes.
that sort of pressure. And I think that's amazing. I think for the other people looking on, if you can somehow, because you deal with all sorts of people, but if you can
Yeah,
somehow
that's
get
true.
yourself into an environment like that, I think it will be great. And it encourages you to want your hair to flourish, because everybody around me is
Yep.
flourishing with their hair. So, I
Like,
think that's such a
hello.
great. Exactly. Exactly. So we have a comment here, and the person's asking you to encourage a young girl who feels like she can't be beautiful with her natural hair.
Aw. I would
Mhm.
first have to tell her, don't let anybody tell you your hair isn't beautiful at all.
Mhm.
When you do
Mhm.
research and you look at natural, this is like a crown already. We don't need anything else. This is our crown. So she needs to know that she's a queen already and own her crown.
I love it. On your crown, like that. Can I
Own
make that
it.
a slogan? On your crown,
That
like
own your crown.
on
Own
your
your
crown.
crown.
Like honestly, just own it. And so before we leave, I'm happy that we're on this encouragement
Mm-hmm.
pathway, because I always like the person that I'm interviewing. I always like them to leave an encouragement to our fellow naturalistas. So I'm happy that we started with
Mm-hmm.
the encouragement. So now can you just leave a general encouragement to our male and our female naturalistas?
What would be my encouragement? I don't even know. There's so many things you could say, honestly, but my encouragement would be, if you want to go natural, go for it. If you're already natural, love it. Because being
Mhm.
natural is like one of the most liberating things. It's one of the most amazing things. You go back to where you came from. This is our here.
Mhm.
This is part of who we are. So you own it, you live it, and you love it.
Own it, live it, love it. And I already saw somebody
Mm-hmm.
put in the comments, hashtag own your crown. I think that's
Own your
an
crown.
amazing way to end today's episode. Teshanna, I want to thank you so much. You have been such a pleasure. So thank you very much for coming on. For those of you, if this is your first time ever watching an episode, then please go ahead, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and of course, hit the subscribe button, because Teshanna just left some beautiful nuggets for us, and you're getting encouragement every week. So please
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and subscribe so that you never ever miss an episode. So until next week, Teshanna, I want to thank you once again for coming on. And Teshanna and
Thank
I
you
are
for
going to see.
having me.
It was a pleasure. It really was a pleasure. So thank you very much for being on, and goodbye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.